Hi everyone, it's Maris from Maris Art. I'm just going to show you how to finish off the inside of your cover. In part one, I showed you how to sew in your signatures into your book, so it was nice and neat. In part two, I showed you how to make this cover and glue it in. In the video, I just glued in one side and propped it up with telephone books, and then since then I've glued in the other side. So now the book looks like this, right? You will find a little bit of it lift here because it's just allowing for that opening and closing action. But when you do it the way I've shown you, it actually lies, oh, if I took those away, it lies really flat when you're looking at it. Right? So today I'm going to show you how to fill in this part here, which is very quick, and also how to attach this. I've made this beautiful thing for her for the back of the book. It's got all sorts of things on it that are sort of a bit oriental, some beads, dragonflies. This actually here is a bracelet that she made for me when she was a little girl, and I thought, oh, that goes really well on it. So you can put anything you like on these dingle dangles. If you go to your local thrift shop or op shop, you can get lots of bracelets. If you don't know how to bead, then what you can do is just attach a few bracelets. I'll show you how to do it with this little thing on the end here. It's called a jump ring. And really that's all you need if you're going to attach bracelets. If you're going to do all this, well, it's another video showing you how to do all the beading and whatnot. Okay, so I'll show you that later. So what you need for your inside pages, you need two, of course, back and front. Wrong one. Inside covers, the size of the cover. So the size you need to cut is the size of your cover with half an inch less at the top and a 1/4 inch less at one side. Right? So you measure the side of your corner, take off half an inch at the top and a 1/4 inch at one side, and you make two, a front and a back. Right? And what it does then, it gives you, so this is the edge of your cover, the dark line, and the dotted line is where the paper is. So it gives you 1/4 inch all the way round, which looks very nice. So mine, because my book is, the cover is 9.5 by 6.5. So if you're making the same size as me, you would cut it 9 by 6.25. Right? Yours will be different unless you're doing the same size as me. Okay, so what I did while this was drying, I actually decorated the covers. So this one's the back one, where do we go next? And this one is the front one, and what I've done, I've made a little pocket there which says made with love from Nanny, and it's just got a little thing on the back, and the little butterflies raised up, and these are fabric leaves on it. Right? So that just fits very simply in there. As you can see on the front cover, I've put on these little corners, and I've decorated it, of course, in that lovely paper that I had on. And the back's plain because I'm going to put that dangle on it, and then the back cover's just got a few flowers on it. I wanted to keep it simple because it's a photo book. It's going to be used a lot, looked at a lot, so I don't want lots and lots of sort of 3D things on the cover. So this fits quite nicely inside those corners, which was very lucky because I should have put them on afterwards. So it comes up to the edge here, it comes up to your fold line. So where your fold line is, that's got to butt up to where the fold line is. And it's just a little bit more of holding your signatures in place. It just helps a bit. So all I'm going to do is get my glue and go around it. Have a look which, this edge is the one that's going to be up to the fold line. So I need lots of glue on that. Come on out. It's very hard to get this out because it's so cluggy, this glue, but it's beautiful. And it holds so well. So I'll go down here, along here, where you can't see it. Yes, you can now. I'm going down the edge here. Put quite a bit along the edges because I want it to stick really well. Seems to come out better if you blob it like that. So I'll just go along here again where it's misted a bit. And what you can do if you're really fussy about the glue on the edges, which I am in this instance, usually I'm not, but I'll get a piece of scrap paper and an old, you can use an old credit card or something like that, and then you spread it so it goes right to the edges. And I'll have a look and see if it needs some more, and it does. So what I'm going to use is this other glue, this acid-free glue, because this one doesn't. See how this one's more liquidy? So I'll just go around the edges with that. Get a bit there too. And just do the I don't know whether you can see that, it's doing the edges a lot better because it's more liquid. There we go. I'll wipe that off on my rag there that I have for glue. If you haven't decorated yours, whoops, then it doesn't really matter which way up you do it. But of course this has been decorated. So I'll just get the glue off my fingers. And then what we're doing is lining it up with that fold. Because your page, well, I suppose it's the page holder, the signature holder, is the same measurement as this. Woo. See, I should have put those corners in. So a little tip there, put your corners in after you've glued your page. But of course while it's wet it will slide around. The glue does make the paper ripple a little bit, but when it dries out, those ripples will go. So I'm just making sure, got a bit of paper there, get that off. I'm just making sure that the edges are stuck down really well. This paper that I've used for the cover, because it's like a plastic, it doesn't stick down very well. So what I'll do in a minute, when I've shown you how to do the next bit, I'll let that dry with a foam book on it to make sure it sticks really well.